the World Wrestling Federation, it's TNT with your host, Vince McMahon. This evening brought to you in part by the only jeans that shrink to fit you and you alone. Levi's Button Fly 501 Blues and Castrol, the oil engineered for today's smaller, higher revving engine. This is Moolah and Hayes inviting you to join Vince and his guests, Roddy Piper, Cowboy Bob Orndorff, Junkyard Dog, Fabulous Moolah, Leilani, Sara the Soothsayer. And now, here is your host, Vince McMahon.
Thank you very much and welcome to TNT. And moments from now, we'll introduce to you three of the premier athletes in the World Wrestling Federation today. Cowboy Bob Orton, Roddy Piper, and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Would you welcome them, please?
Wonderful. Yeah, the band hasn't been practicing at all. Did you notice that? Dang, sorry.
We wouldn't want to get nobody turned on.
No.
Mr. Orton, we welcome you as well. Always the bodyguard standing behind the combo now, I guess, of Mr. Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. I would think that you gentlemen are indeed at this very moment looking over your shoulders night and day, considering what happened recently in Madison Square Garden.
That's right. You can call me Big Rod from now on. Just go ahead and say it one time. Big Rod. You can call me Big Rod.
All right, well, a lot of people are going to be calling you a lot of things, along with Mr. Wonderful. Let's take you now to the videotape. Let's take you back to Madison Square Garden.
It's underway. Look at this. Back and forth. Both breaking the eyes of Roddy Piper. Piper charges. Hulk tries to get on top. Nails him with a series of rights. 23,000 strong. Not a one of them in their seats. Everybody on their feet.
These guys are trying to annihilate each other. And the Hulkster doing a number right now on the Roddy one.
The Rock and Wrestling Connection.
Wow, what a right hand.
Oh! Watch out! Whip! Oh!
He followed him right in.
Oh!
Piper's down.
No chance! Mr. T on his feet. Watching his longtime friend, Hulk Hogan in action. In a corner of Roddy. His bodyguard, his arm in a sling, Ace, Cowboy Bob Orton.
He's someone to reckon with, too. You got to keep your eyes on him all the time. Oh! Dropped a big elbow on him.
Cyndi Lauper is here. Gloria Steinem.
They've opened ringside with Captain Lou.
Danny DeVito.
There's the Hulkster now, still working on Roddy Piper. Oh, reversal here. Hulk in the corner, followed him right in with a terrific clothesline.
He did.
Now forget it. No way, you're not gonna get him.
Close.
Look at, there's the ace with that arm in a sling.
Close. But only.
You gotta have the Hulk in a more compromising position than that, Gene.
Only in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Piper, wow, right to the ear with that kick.
Solid boot to the side of the head that rocks. The World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion. And
look at this choke.
Can you believe it? Come on, ref. Give me a break. For crying out loud, the man was choking him.
And he's looking for a 3 count. And everyone's on their feet.
Dave Wolf, Cyndi Lauper, Captain Lou Albano.
Hulkster now trying to get it together, trying to pull something out. Double chop by Piper as he's in control right at this point.
I see Joe Piscopo and Danny DeVito both standing on their feet. Fans leave them alone. All of the attention in the center of this ring for the spectacular in the Garden.
Sleeper hold by Piper. He had to jump up on his back to get it. But it's really a choke at this point. He can't hold that sleeper.
And a ref better get on top of him.
He's got that arm right underneath the
there
throat,
it is. It's clear as day. Come on, ref, check on it.
It's right underneath the chin there. That's a chokehold.
Of course that's going to bring the man down.
Come on, ref, give me a break here.
You have got to be putting me on.
He's choking him out, Gene.
And I'll tell you what, if he gets away with this, Madison Square Garden will be roofless minutes from now, they'll blow the top off this joint.
Well, he's still choking him right out here. Referee is just concerned with checking the arm of the champion.
You know, Piper is bad-mouthed every great start.
Look at this.
Oh, he's coming back. Watch out.
Everyone's on their feet. Oh, he dropped him right in the corner, ducked underneath the turnbuckle.
Talk
and
about
Piper
timing.
went in head
Timing
first.
absolutely superb.
But the Hulk still doesn't have it together, Gene.
Hulk is groggy. Piper is back at his feet. And we have got action in the garden. Double sledge to the top of the head. Breaks the eyes.
Piper still definitely in control of this match. Look at Ace. That's outside interference.
Wait a minute.
Right
now,
there.
Orton is getting into the act. There comes that sling that
Look
has
at
been
the Hulk
partially
is
torn.
dragging him up. Oh, he wrapped his arm on the turnbuckle.
Holy Toledo. Oh, what a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe it.
And Orton got wiped for his
heads for the
trouble.
locker room.
The Hulks are taking over.
Piper is begging off. He's asking for mercy. He'll get none from this man. Look at these two men go at it tooth and nail. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
What is he doing
What
in
the devil is he doing? He shouldn't even be allowed within the confines of the arena proper.
What is he doing?
You've got to be kidding me.
He said he's taking Ace's place.
He's taking a really
Please, give me a break.
pick up possible atomic drop. Ouch.
He got him.
Ouch has been called. Oh, my. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you, I'm literally exhausted. I've never seen so much action so quick.
Wow, he went for another atomic drop, and he got caught with a forearm, and the referee got wiped out by Hulk Hogan as he went down.
The referee is totally out of it.
He's down and out.
I think the referee is unconscious.
He's not moving a muscle.
Hey,
Look
wait a
out,
minute.
Orndorff.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Orndorff going up to the top.
Oh, please.
Look out.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Please. God, the referee is out of it. Now, Piper, Orndorff, virtually double.
Look at Cindy. She's up on the apron.
A 104-pound little gal isn't going to do anything to these two men.
Cindy Lauper up on the apron trying to come to the Hulk's assistance.
Wait a minute. What in the world is going on here? Now, Piper.
Look at Dave Wolf trying to drag her down.
Yeah, get her out of there.
She'll get killed in there. Get her out of there, Dave. Albano trying to drag her down. Uh-oh, look at this. Orndorff going around the side rope now at Cindy Lauper.
What in the world is going on?
Can you believe this?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Mr. T over the railing.
Oh, no. Here comes Mr. T, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. T to the aid of Cindy Lauper. He got her out of there. They're inviting him inside the ring. That could be a big mistake.
Remember now, the Hulk is totally out of it. The referee is out of it. Mr. T, I don't know anything about his background as a wrestler.
He doesn't belong in the ring, Gene.
No, not especially in a two-on-one situation.
Not with these two guys. This could be the biggest mistake of his
Piper.
life. Look! Piper nailed him from
They just
behind.
Pearl Harbored Orndorff.
Look at this Orndorff and Piper putting the boots to Mr. T.
Oh, wait a minute.
The champion, look at the champion.
All hell is broken loose, ladies and gentlemen.
Champion back on his feet.
Hulk Hogan back on his feet. Referee is out of it. Mr. T.
Mr. T on his feet.
Wait a minute. Listen to this.
Look at these two. Piper doesn't know what to do.
Wait a minute.
Mr. T after Orndorff.
What is this? Orton is here. Oh, we've got a madhouse here.
Three of them come back now.
Come on.
Security holding everyone back.
What is going on, ladies and
It's
gentlemen?
pandemonium.
Mr. T and Hulk are fit to be tied.
Orndorff fighting the security, fighting everyone.
What is going on here?
Hulkster trying to get to him.
Oh, what? I'm assuming. What happened to our match?
We don't have a match anymore. It's pandemonium.
Oh, no.
And Orndorff's back into the ring with security in the ring.
What is going on here? New York's finest trying to help out.
There goes Orndorff.
Orndorff he's a psychopath. Get him out of here. You've got to be kidding me. I have never seen anything like this in my entire life.
Unbelievable.
What has happened?
Our monitor is gone. We can't see the Hulkster. We can't see Mr. T.
Gorilla Monsoon, we are lost. We are lost. I don't know what in the world is going on here.
Well, in the ring, we have two individuals shaking hands, the Hulkster and Mr. T.
Well, they weren't shaking hands. They weren't shaking hands a few minutes ago before New York's finest decided to jump in.
That's right.
Huh?
We are in the hot seat right now, aren't we, huh? Everybody's blaming us for what happened. But we'll take credit for it. Right? I love flying off that top rope and Hogan's big watermelon head.
All right, we're going to have comments, if we may, from all three of you gentlemen concerning,
I like to look like a T.
concerning the events in Madison Square Garden.
Sure hangs around a lot
And
of
back
kids,
with
huh?
Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff, and Cowboy Bob Orton when we return. Back with more TNT and the three gentlemen joining us. Mr. Piper, how would you reflect on the match in Madison Square Garden? Would you say that up until the melee began, would you say that that's the toughest match you've ever had, considering the magnificence and the strength of the World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan?
You listen to him, huh? You see, the toughest thing, the only person other than Mr. Wonderful and AC Baby, he's my bodyguard, and myself that had any hair on her chest and in that ring was Cyndi Lauper. That's what he said. That's the only one. Are you kidding me? You're talking about complete full control. I wonder how long, just between Mr. T and us, it won't go any further, I wonder how long he's got to stay dressed like that until he wins the bet, huh? What do you figure? I mean, there's got to be a reason for
Notwithstanding the insults, if we can take you back to Madison Square Garden.
Right.
A seesaw battle, back and forth all the way. And then from there, apparently, you ask Cowboy Bob Orton to interject himself into the match.
I never asked him to interject himself in the match. He was trying to point something out to the referee. There was no back and forth, man. It was strictly forth.
And then from there, how do you account, and Paul Orndorff, how do you account for your actions coming into the ring? Referee had been knocked down. Bob Orton obviously on his way back to the dressing room to stay, and we see the result of that, a broken arm. Well, what prompted you to come out in Madison Square Garden, and what right did you have to interfere in a match of that nature?
Wait a minute. Hey, you bringing me on this show, and you starting to get on my case like everybody else? I'm going to tell you why I came out. This man was down, he's hurt. Look at his wrist. He's got a broken wrist. Mr. T jumps up in the ring. It's Roddy Piper against Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. All I done was a manly thing. Mr. Wonderful come out and gave his assistance, and look what happens, huh? Rock and roll world is on our case. Everywhere we go, nobody likes us. Well, let me tell you something. One thing about Mr. Wonderful, when you got a body like this and a face like this, you can do any damn thing you want to do, and I'll get away with it.
Well, no.
That's what it amounts to. And we left Hulk Hogan and Mr. T laying right in the middle of the ring. And it ain't over with yet. It's not over with for you or for anybody else around here that don't like us, because we don't care. I don't care about it.
Please.
And we're going to put them out. This has gone that far. I'm sick of it, man. Everywhere we go, everybody's on our case.
Yeah,
All right, let's
Because of what we've done.
for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Doing the right thing. Well,
We did the
there's no
right
doubt
thing.
that the right thing will be done one way or the other, when in fact, Mr. T and Hulk Hogan team up to face Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff in Madison
He
Square
should have
Garden.
even stuck his nose in our business. That's what it amounted to. Cyndi Lauper shouldn't have stuck her nose in our business. They're like vultures, trying to get in on our business. Well, you got that souped-up spider monkey. He did stick his nose in our business. He's black, he's greasy, and I don't like him. I don't like Hulk Hogan or anything about him. Myself and Roddy Piper and Ace, we're going to end it one way or the other. You can bank on it. What do you think I've been carrying a stretcher out for here lately? Have you been noticing people been getting stretched out after the
Mr.
matches?
Orndorff, you made an observation. You said one way or the other.
That's
could
right.
Could it not be the other, Mr. Piper? Considering the fact that Mr. T, winner of many tough men competition in the past, bodyguard extraordinaire, Mr. T now entering the ring, yes, for the very first time, and a big unknown in terms of Mr. T, and how well he'll be able to function as a unit with Hulk Hogan.
Function. What are you talking? You're talking about a cartoon character. You're talking about this little guy that comes on with his groupie mod that throws people around that are drawn down. You're looking at the real thing. You're not coming here to play no games. He's gonna be in the corner, man. You got the world champion. He goes and snivels and gets the world champion trying to back himself up so he can be a big shot.
Yeah.
No.
We'll be back later on. Come back later on if you would, please. We'll be back with more TNT. Back with more TNT, and later on we will have Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff, and along with Cowboy Bob Orton to join us, along with Sara the Soothsayer, who will attempt to envision what is likely to happen when Mr. T and Hulk Hogan get into the ring, as you all know they will, in Madison Square Garden on the 31st of March that afternoon, and face off against the tag team combination of Paul Orndorff and Mr. Piper. But also on that card, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest, would you welcome, please, the one and the only Junkyard Dog. It seems to me that if there's anyone who has rocketed to stardom in the World Wrestling Federation, it has been the Junkyard Dog. What do you attribute to your phenomenal success?
Well, just the people backing me, like they said a long time ago, it's been a long time coming, but I know time had to change. And I've come a long way in the last past 6 months. From down south, I was laid down south for about 5.5 years, and finally I got to what I call the top. So I started at the bottom of the ladder, and so far I'm right there near the top, and I'm looking at a man, one of the toughest heavyweights throughout the World Federation or anywhere in the world, and that's Greg Valentine.
Yes, indeed, and you're going to have your opportunity to become the Intercontinental Champion. I must say, based on the early mail we've received, you're going to have an awful lot of votes behind you in terms of confidence. We'll chat about that a little bit later on if we may, but right now let's take you to a special matchup, and we'll take a look in action. The Junkyard Dog headed to the squared circle.
This is going to be some matchup. Dog trying to take him over with the wrist lock. And Brooks. Oh, now nice reversal. I think it'll take some time for JYD to figure out. The likes of Rusty Brooks, maybe not.
Well, I think he came in, it's a little more serious. Usually he looks at an opponent and he kind of figures what he can do, and he likes to kind of have a little fun in there. But with this guy, he seems Brooks' side. He came in a little more serious, and right off the bat, I think he's, whoa, I thought he was going to get him there. It would have been kind of quick. But he took control, and he's got control, you know, all the way.
The Dog wants a little more action here. And I think Rusty Brooks is still smarting from the headbutts, but this will take its toll on the Dog, I thought. The Dog trying to set up 340-pound Rusty Brooks. Here we go, collision. Oh! The Dog covering Rusty Brooks, and Brooks able to escape.
Well, he caught him with that big, forearm right across the head of Brooks. But, you know, Brooks is a big man, and sometimes I think it'll take a little more than that to pin him.
Junkyard Dog using tactics that you described earlier on, Bruno, that R.T. Reynolds should have attempted to use against Mulligan. Now Big Rusty, oh!
Did you see that?
He was going for a drop kick.
Exactly, I can't believe it.
And down goes Rusty, cover. We have 3, yes sir. A Junkyard Dog. He can be meaner than a Junkyard Dog when he has to be, that's for sure. And the Dog going over to help up Rusty Brooks. Brooks, look at Brooks. He's gone. Well, he helped him up and gave him a little shove there.
Here is your winner, the Junkyard Dog.
Yes, indeed, the Junkyard Dog victorious once again. And in Madison Square Garden, a golden opportunity, JYD, all the hard work through the years, all the tenacity, all the fans behind you. Madison Square Garden, that electricity starting to build and build and build.
And Greg Valentine's eyes get bigger and bigger. He get better and better every day. But don't forget old dog. I'm right on my way, dead behind him. You know, like they say, every dog needs a bone to chew on. I found myself a natural bone.
There's no doubt about that. You can bet Greg Valentine, as you know very, very well, one of the great champions. Many thought that Valentine would not hold on to the title. Many thought that Santana would take it away from him, and certainly has had a couple of opportunities and come very, very close. But now, it's your time. That spotlight's turned right on you, JYD. And when that happens, I mean, that golden opportunity is there. You've got to seize it and chomp down on it just as hard as you can.
As hard as you can. And I hope with the help of my daughter and the man above and all the fans out here in the TV studio land, all across the world, wherever anybody's listening and looking, I'm going to give you my very best. And Greg the Hammer Valentine, I know you're out there somewhere with your eyes all big, your teeth all shining, but you better ask somebody about dog. Like I said, every dog needs a bone to chew on, and Madison Square Garden, a city so nice, had to name it twice. New York, New York, I'll be there.
There's no doubt about that, JYD. We thank you very much for joining us on TNT, and the best of luck to you, and hopefully the next time we see you, you'll be the Intercontinental Champion.
Just cross those fingers.
The Junkyard Dog. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue with more TNT. Stay with us. Lots of surprises coming up, I'm sure. Right now, we would like to take you to a training session being held by Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. We'll take you back from whence the World Wrestling Federation hails Venice Beach, California. Let's take you now to the training session all leading up to March 31st.
March 31st, the papers got it, man.
You know what's so funny about this team, man? The whole world knows about this, man. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T start to train.
Right, the dream team, man. The dream team. Definitely.
I don't know. This is a good place to get started, T, but you've eaten so many tacos already today.
Man, I want to get one more, man. One more taco and hot bowl of chili, man. That makes me mean. I know we want to start training, man. But that's why I come down here to see my Spanish brothers and sisters, you know. Hey, amigos, how y'all doing? All right. Good, all right.
You know, I know I want you to get as mean as you can. And you're right, man. This is your 5th taco, but this is the last one. As soon as you're done with this one, man, let's head on down to Venice Beach, where I started. Do some hanging and banging.
All right, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. But like I said, first I want to go to Senorita, you know, Sanchez, to get me a good taco, man, like I always get. It's the last one.
It's the last one
now. None more, man.
Okay, after we go to my place, Venice Beach, do our thing, then I want you to show me what it's all about.
That's right, I'm gonna take you to the Alice, man. I'm gonna take you to the low part of town, man. We're gonna get mean, man. For the Piper and Orndorff, you dead meat. You dead meat, and I pity you, fool.
And I'm gonna show you that I fit right in. Let's do it, all right?
All right, man. Let's go, man.
This
One
more,
just one more, man. One more.
WrestleMania coming up March the 31st, coast to coast, returning back here for a training session that I cannot believe.
Well, you know me, Gene, when this dude came to my side, man, he told me we had to get hungry. He told me we had to get the eye of the tiger. He said we had to get back to the basics. Well, you know what? This is where I started, Daddy. Venice Beach, California, you know. And now, brother, now that it's getting heavy, now that we're gonna get hungry, this is where it's all at. This is where the hanging and banging's at. This is where the big arms came from. And once we get done training, this dude's gonna teach me how to street fight. How about it, T?
Man, that's all right, man. I'm ready, man. You've been teaching me how to pump iron, get my pythons ready, and I'm glad you brought me here. Then we're gonna go back to the streets. We're gonna go to the alley like I told you. We're gonna get mean. The jungle warfare, guerrilla warfare. This is a comeback zone. We're gonna stay hungry, man. That's what we're gonna do.
I'll tell you, you are putting this man through it like I cannot believe, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but you know what? When I look for a partner, man, I had to look all over the world, and the baddest dude I could find, that's what I wanted. This dude right here, Mr. T, you know, he's the one that goes all around the country kicking butt. Excuse my language, but this is a dude I needed. Brother, you're like a brother to me. We're going to do it all the way.
All right, let's see this, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, and I pity the fool.
That's right.
Oh.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, you gotta take a stand, it don't have to hide. If you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man, I can't let it
training with you. When you told me about the road work, all the running, I didn't know you were gonna torture me like this, man. Heck, you torture me, you got my arm taken, man. My stomach, my thighs, I'm ready, man. I'm gonna put Orndorff in this here grip, man. Ain't gonna be able to get out of, man. I can't wait, man. I tell you, T, I'm gonna stick with you, man. You just show me the way. Let's go do some more weightlifting. Let's do some special sit-ups. Definitely, man. I'm just ready to tear this place up, man. Let's go. Where you wanna go?
Right and wrong. And I don't take trouble for very long. I got something deep inside of me. Courage is the thing that keeps us free. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
I'll tell you what, my goodness. What a training session that was. Hulk and Mr. T, if they keep that up, I don't know of any force on Earth that could stop them from going on to victory.
Oh, nothing could stop them, and I am so excited about the whole thing.
It seems as though that what we have here is one individual helping the other out. I mean, as far as wrestling is concerned, you've got Hulk Hogan with a few tips for Mr. T, and Mr. T right back with his street-smart tips for Hulk Hogan. That is going to be a force to reckon with, no doubt of that. We'll be back with Sara the Soothsayer along with Roddy Piper. This is a rather unusual setting for TNT, but we are back with more TNT with Mr. Wonderful.
It's not our fault Mrs. Hogan can't afford to eat.
This is not Mrs. Hogan. No, this is not Mrs. Hogan. As a matter of fact, this is our resident soothsayer, Sara. And many of you have your own opinion as to who will win the special main event in WrestleMania. Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper versus Mr. T and Hulk Hogan. And as a result of that, we know what your prediction is. And Sara, if you would please, could you give us your prediction, or how is this match starting out?
Wait, it's coming to me. The spirits are coming. The spirits are coming. I feel much tension in the ring. There are 4 people. There are Paul and Roddy. There's Mr. T and the Hulk. Spirits, come.
Whoa, baby.
Come,
a little bit
spirits,
more.
come to me.
I think the spirits are here.
Thank you, kind spirits.
You look like this all the time, lady?
At this point, it looks good for Roddy. Yes, he's got Mr. T
Maybe
in a
she does know
hammerlock.
something. Maybe she does know something.
A hard hammerlock. He can't get out of it. He
Yeah,
can't get.
she does know.
There.
You're all
He
right.
broke it. Wait, here comes reinforcements. Paul is coming into the ring now. Oh, but the Hulk is entering from the other side. You must be careful, Paul. You must be strong. Oh, he is. He is strong.
You're strong.
He's flat on the mat, the Hulk.
Yeah.
Wait, the spirits are fading. I can't see anymore. No, I'm trying to.
Come on, get some spirits. What are you talking about? Hello, spirits.
No, it's no use.
Yo, spirits.
Save me.
All right, well, unfortunately, the
What kind of a
spirits
suit are you, man?
are
It
fading.
stinks in here.
Well, what are you
Got
going to do?
stuff on my boots.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for joining us. The outcome still unknown. Sara the Soothsayer, you tried. All right, we'll be back with more TNT. Stay with us. Back with more TNT, and Sara, unfortunately, the Soothsayer, she had a few problems with her vision there in the cauldron, but we're about to introduce to you a lady who has no problems at all with her vision, as a matter of fact. Back on top, number 1, former champion, guiding now and managing the reigning champion, the fabulous Moolah, Leilani Kai. My goodness, what a surprise in Madison Square Garden. Leilani Kai, the then challenger, facing Wendi
There's no
Richter.
surprise, Vince. There's no surprise to me. I told you I would be back, and I brought the best with me. After me, that is.
Well, for there, I'm telling you, the fans in Madison Square Garden, when you walked down the ring managing Leilani Kai, no one had any idea that that would happen. And then from there, perhaps an ominous stroke of genius as far as your competitors were concerned, because on that occasion, Leilani Kai certainly defeating Wendi Richter with a bit of controversy, I might add, provided by you, Fabulous Moolah.
Well, I wouldn't think so. As far as I'm concerned, she pinned Wendi Richter in the middle of the ring. She pinned her with the roll-up. I saw nothing wrong with it.
Yes, but wasn't there something, as I recall, in Madison Square Garden where you physically attacked one Cyndi Lauper?
Oh, yes, I did. Because she physically attacked me when I lost my belt to Wendi. And I thought it'd turn about fair play.
So somewhat of a bit of poetic justice there, and nonetheless, and then I believe we saw you interfere, actually physically interfere in the matchup, but just to make sure, we'll take you back now to Madison Square Garden. Fabulous Moolah, Leilani Kai, we will join us, by the way, in progress. So let's take you now to the Ladies' Championship match as it happened in the Garden.
Got to get that 1 foot down inside the back area. Champion trying to get a submission here from Leilani Kai, who's becoming a rag doll in short order.
I'll tell you what, both of these managers, by the way, really moving around this ring, trying to keep as close to the action. Whatever you can see
former champion.
From Moolah's vantage point, you can see what she's looking at right now.
Yep. She's got to be concerned right now because her star is in a lot of trouble.
Is she ever?
I can't believe she turned that hold loose, Gene, to go for an armbar. I can't believe she did that. Had Leilani in a lot of trouble.
And Leilani Kai now rises to the knees finally. She's got to get up on her feet.
Well, she's a comer. She's not going to quit out there on you. Nice leg trip, takes her down.
Beautiful takedown of the part of the defending champion, Wendi Richter. She has been a talk of professional wrestling. Has really been a tremendous representative as the World Wrestling Federation Ladies Champion.
She certainly has, and not a closet champion by a long shot.
Oh, no, she has defended, as we very well know. I travel throughout the World Wrestling Federation as you do, Gorilla Monsoon.
The World Wrestling Federation team, she only has to defend once every 30 days, but there were some weeks where she defended 2 or 3 times in 1 week, Gene. And look at her put the pressure on this armbar. Moolah very concerned on the outside, as is.
Well, you can see way in the background, Cyndi Lauper looking on, taking Leilani Kai for a ride.
Oh, telegraphed that move, and she got paid for it.
She was looking for a back body drop out of Ms. Kai.
She paid for that one.
There's a boot to the back. Now, Wendi Richter down on the canvas.
Leilani Kai in control. How quick the tide can turn. Sinking deep in again once more. Front face lock. Underneath choke deliberate.
That's just a blatant choke, and the referee is totally out of position to be able to detect it.
Choking from underneath. Referee to the blind side. Can't see it. If you can't see it, you get on the other side.
That's no joke.
Thank you.
Or you break the hold or something.
Break her neck, Leilani!
Wendi now reaches the bottom rope with her foot. That'll break the hold, but Moolah trying to shake it. Moolah does shake it off.
Right in front of the referee. You hate to be critical about the gentleman in the capacity of referee in a match like this, but this guy has just not been on top of it at all. Been out of position.
Very concerned, Gene.
And well, she should be.
Champion is in trouble.
Ooh.
Caught the boot.
Did she ever?
Oh, dragged her out. Down for the cover. No way. You're not going to beat Leilani Kai like that. Knee right to the side of the ear.
Big knee to the side of the head. And that rocked Leilani Kai.
Nice knee lift, but she's still suffering from that choke.
Is she ever?
Down for the cover once more. No chance.
2 count. Strong 2 count, by the way. And now Wendi Richter.
Sending Leilani Kai in.
Oh,
line, clothesline. She could get her here. That was a nice maneuver. No.
Boy, did she go high with that one on the entire body.
Wendi sends her in again. Big boot. Leilani in a lot of trouble, but she manages to reach the ropes.
Well, you can't miss that distinctive voice of Cyndi Lauper just feet away from our microphones.
Screaming encouragement to her champion.
Boy, she takes a lot of pride in this young lady.
Slam right in the corner of the bottom rope. Hit her foot on the bottom rope. No, she's outside. Look out!
What the hell?
Moolah's got Cyndi Lauper by the throat.
Wait a minute!
Dave Wolf goes over. Here comes the champion.
Moolah!
Oh, and got one right in the kisser.
Can't believe that. Ladies and gentlemen, Moolah.
Cyndi's down. Cyndi's down, and look out, backslide by Leilani Kai. He got her, she got her.
Believe it. Total injustice. What in the world? Cyndi Lauper was choked by the fabulous Moolah. And as a result, Wendi Richter coming to her rescue.
She got hit right in the mouth,
Moolah right in a kisser. And then all of a sudden, the upset took place.
Unbelievable situation here. Pandemonium. Wendi got hit right in the mouth by Moolah.
And Cyndi Lauper is in a bad way. Should we get the official decision?
Let's get it.
Record, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout and new World Wrestling Federation Ladies Champion, Leilani Kai.
Well, the fabulous Moolah and Leilani Kai. And that was certainly a memorable moment in Madison Square Garden, Miss Moolah.
That's true championship, Vince. True championship.
That was true championship.
That's right. That's right.
Well, how do you feel about it, Leilani Kai? I mean, you are now the new world's women's champion, but on March 31st, as part of that giant closed-circuit color spectacular coast to coast, there are going to be 1 million people watching you, notwithstanding the 25,000 in Madison Square Garden. When you step to the ring, not one of them, I don't think, is going to be rooting for you. How is that likely to affect your title defense?
I don't care if they root for me or not. I'm the queen of the square circle. I have this belt, and I'm gonna keep it around my waist, and there's no way she'll ever see it around her waist again. It's mine, and I don't care what people think or say or anything. I have her next to my side. That's all I need.
It's a true champion speaking, that's all.
Well, wait a minute now, a true champion, because it was you, Miss Moolah, who certainly... How can you account for your actions outside the ring? I mean, we saw on television a blatant chokehold around the throat of perhaps one of the greatest musical talents in the show business history. You could have ruined her vocal cords. I don't know what kind of damage you did.
Musical talent? What do you call musical talent?
Well,
she's up there screaming like an idiot. Nobody can understand what she's saying. Nobody can know if she's human or what she is when you look at her. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm looking forward. If she's got guts enough to walk in that Madison Square Garden ring, woe be unto her, because I've got something in store for her. And then Leilani is waiting for Wendi, because she's gonna show Wendi again how a true champion can take over.
Well, again, I would think there are going to be a lot of people that are not going to be rooting.
We don't care about the people rooting for us. We're looking for the championship, which she is holding, and we're taking home the money, and that's what counts.
Well, I can tell you one thing: Cyndi and Wendi are really getting it together.
They need to get it together, and they better stop jacking their jaws on their crazy songs about girls want to have fun. I'm gonna tell you, Moolah wants the money, and for me and my champ, and we're gonna have it, and that's the way it goes.
Well, we'll look forward to that rematch. It'll take place in Madison Square Garden before millions, coast to coast. It's going to be Leilani Kai against Wendi Richter in the rematch, and of course the fabulous Moolah in one corner, and Cyndi Lauper, who I'm sure will be ready, in the other corner. We'll be back with more TNT with a word about the trivia contest. Before we thank our guest and give you a preview of next week's TNT, Lord Alfred Hayes, you have a word about a special contest, a trivia question contest here on TNT. You want to tell us a little about that?
I'd love to. It's going to be called the Great Wrestling Trivia Contest. And there's going to be 3 questions.
That's not trivial, but trivia.
No, I did hear you say trivial. No, this is actually trivia. And it's wrestling trivia, of course. There'll be 3 questions. One is going to be asked this week, and then one on the following TNT program, and another one on the following TNT program. We're also going to give 2 clues to each question. The first clue will come on All-American, which goes on Sunday. The second clue will be given on Primetime Wrestling, which of course runs on Tuesday, and they will help with the answers. Now, when we pose the third question, and you have the 3 answers.
I'm sorry. And then what happens when you? Then what happens?
And then when you write them in, and we'll give you the address later on in the program. So then, what I want to tell you now is, should you win, here are the prizes. A trip to New York for 4 people is the first prize, with accommodation.
That's the Bronx, or what part of New York?
The very center, the very heart, where it all happens.
And next, trip to New York from anywhere, wherever.
Yes.
If you're a winner in Oklahoma, okay, great.
Yes, or Alaska, anywhere at all. Okay. Accommodation there for 3 days and 2 nights. $500 in cash for spending money. 4 seats at the World Wrestling Federation matches at Madison Square Gardens. Nice. A guest appearance on TNT, and not only that.
A guest appearance on TNT?
Yes, there's going to be 100 T-shirts for the runners-up.
All right, all of that, and we'll be following that trivia contest. And you're going to give us the question now, are you not?
The question for the first one is, what prominent wrestler sampled a hot dog on TNT?
Who came up with that question?
I really don't know, but that is question number 1.
They must have really dug for that one. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, on TNT, to join us will be Big John Studd, giant-like in every respect, along with Ken Patera, both of whom are managed by Bobby the Brain Heenan, who will join us on TNT as well. We'll have the one and only Wendi Richter, former ladies champion, hopeful of regaining the title on March 31st on that extravaganza. And also, ladies and gentlemen, Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, Freddie Blassie, and also I think Sara is going to join us. Maybe she can give us a little more insight as to what is likely to happen in the main event. So we invite you to join us for the next edition of TNT.